So here lately in the news, there's been a lot of talk about political correctness, and we're going to talk about that today. Political correctness. And trust me, this conversation will not be politically correct.
We teach you to love the hair that God gave you.
There's a double standard in this whole thing. Like there's a double standard in everything. And we're going to get to that here in a minute. I love Quentin Tarantino. I think he is great, and for two reasons. One of the reasons is he created one of my favorite movies of all time, Django Unchained. I think that is one of the best movies ever made. I think by far one of the best movies. It's just absolutely excellent.
But I guess the reason that actually made me put pen to paper was to give Black American males a Western hero, give them a cool folkloric hero that could actually be empowering and actually pay back blood for blood.
And that's the revenge bit. I mean, is that essential to make
him
a hero?
In the case of laying waste to a genocidal white racist class in the institution of slavery, yes, that would be the reason to do it. But there's brutality to the slaves. That hasn't been dealt with in America to the extent that I deal with it. And I'm showing you that there was two Holocausts in America. This is one of them. We've dealt with the Indian Holocaust, the Holocaust of the American Indian in America. But we haven't been dealing with the Holocaustic aspects, the Auschwitzian aspects of the slave trade in America. My movie deals with that. Then there's the cathartic violence of Django paying back blood for blood.
I also have a lot of respect for him. Because during the time when there was a lot of media coverage about all the unarmed Black men, women, and children who were being shot dead in the streets, sometimes execution style, sometimes very over the top, he stood up and he marched with Black people, and he stood up and he made the most. It was probably one of the most. I could just jump through that TV and just hugged and kissed him when he stepped in and he made this comment.
Hey everybody, I got something to say, but actually I would like to give my time to the families that want to talk. I want to give my time to the families. However, I just do also want to say, what am I doing here? I'm doing here because I am a human being with a conscience. And when I see murder, I cannot stand by. And I have to call the murdered, and I have to call the murderers, the murderers.
Oh my God, is that was so wonderful. If we are going to call the murdered, then we must start calling the murderers, the murderers. That was awesome. And I gave him so much credit for saying that. Number one, because it was true. But number two, because it was courageous. Because I saw at the time very few Black celebrities or actors who even spoke up against it. But here you have this white person who did it. And you have to understand, and I've seen this since my days in grade school, the peer pressure for a white person to stay racist, for a white person to stay on that status quo trip, on that status quo script, if you will, is very great. Okay, actually, it's pretty great for everybody, but really more particularly so for white people. And for him to take this stand was courageous. And you better believe the moment he did it, they came after him. Every bigot under the sun came after him. People were saying, boycott his movies, don't go to his movies. The moment I heard that, I'm like, you know what? Usually, I am a cheapskate. Usually I'm not going to waste any money on a movie. I'm going to wait either bootleg or I'm going to wait for it to come out on cable. But since he did what he did, I made sure I on purposely actually went out to the movie theater and I paid to go see his movie, The Hateful Eight. Now, I'm not going to do a review of The Hateful Eight. Was A Hateful Eight as good of a movie as Django? And of course, no, it wasn't, because Django. But it's hard. It's hard to come up with a movie as excellent as Django was. Okay, because to me, that's, like I said, it's the best movie of all time. It'd be pretty hard to come up with a movie on that level again. But this is what I will say. So I'm at the movie theater, and mind you, I'm in the movie theater down south watching this movie. Don't get me wrong, not that that makes a difference, because you know, here at this channel, we're realistic. I don't believe in this bullshit that somehow the white people in the South are more racist, because they're racist all over, even in the North. And not that I'm taking up for my white trash buddies in the South, but let's be fair here. They're racist all over. I believe that. But still, we're in the South. So when the movie first comes on, there's this ugly, beat to shit white trash character. She's using the nigger every 5 minutes for like the slightest thing. And Samuel L. Jackson is the other black character in the movie. And I don't care what it was. I mean, I don't remember the exact lines, but he would just say, "Gee, the sun's out." "So what? The sun's out, nigger?" "I need to take a shit." "So what? You gotta take a shit, you black nigger?" And every 5 minutes, nigger, nigger, nigger. And every honky in the theater was just slapping their knees and they're laughing. Ha, 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 hoo, ha, ha. They were so happy and they were so full of glee. And it was like a big laugh fest. I've never heard such happy little Caucasians in my life. They were just laughing it up. And the whole time I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, damn you, Tarantino, come on, dude. I like you. Come on, you're killing me here. What the fuck, man? Right? But oh, Tarantino, he never disappoints. And then there's a scene of Samuel L. Jackson where there's this racist old white fucker, and he had a son who was a Confederate soldier who went missing and they couldn't find him. So the Samuel L. Jackson character is telling this old racist white Confederate guy that, yeah, I know where your son's at. You do? You know where my Confederate soldier son is? He's like, oh yeah. And he starts telling this story where he found him, he kidnapped him, he stripped him naked, had him walking in the snow, and they have this ugly old frail skinny white guy walking naked in the snow, and he had been starved and he didn't have any water. And so the Samuel L. Jackson character was like, told him, I think he told him, well, you come out here, I'll get you a blanket, I'll get you some water and some food, but first you need to go out in the snow. And I think he even had a leash around this white Confederate soldier's neck, and he's pulling him out, and he's sitting there shivering, and he just wanted a blanket, and he wanted some food, and he wanted something to drink. And then the Samuel L. Jackson character said, "Do you really want a blanket? You really want something to drink?" And he dropped his drawers and he said, "Here, suck my dick." And they show this Confederate white trash guy sucking Samuel L. Jackson's black dick. Now, let me tell you, you know who started laughing then? Me! Oh God! I was on the ground. I was knee slapping. It was so joyful. And guess what? I was the only person in there laughing. What happened? Is it been funny now? Come on, it was funny before, because look, when it was nigger this, nigger, 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 okay? Then it was funny. Then it was just performance art. Hey, black girl, what the hell's wrong with you? Have a sense of humor. Don't be a stick in the mud. It's only a movie. This is art. But oh my God, when that Confederate soldier, because let me mind you, there are certain parts of the South where, these stupid rednecks still run around with those goddamn Confederate flags. So it's a big deal to them. But all of a sudden then, it wasn't funny anymore. Why aren't you laughing now? I think it's funny. Hey, what's wrong with you? Too politically correct? Hey, dude, it's just art. It's only a movie. Get the stick out of your white ass, okay? Because you know what? I thought that was funny to me.
Dad, I gotta talk to you. What the hell are you doing here? I'm about to go on the air. Johnson Jr. has been kidnapped. 5 minutes, Mr. Evil. I need $5,000. You
Excuse me.
Dad, are you going to lend me the money or not?
No, I'm not going to lend you. You work for me, remember? I know what you get. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out of here, huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
And the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
Then all of a sudden it wasn't funny, but it really was funny. Like, you should see him. He looked so pathetic, and he was starving. It was so goddamn funny. And then he sucked Samuel L. Jackson's big old black dick.
Okay, then I quit as your son.
Oh, stop it, goddamn it. Shit. Oh, I gotta stop you guys. I'm about to soil myself. It's so fucking funny. But this is what I'm talking about. Okay? It's the double standard. Okay? It's the double standard. Hey, we can nigger, we can say whatever. It's only comedy. Why the fuck don't you find it funny? But then when that shoe got on the other foot, I don't think I like this movie anymore. And why is that black bitch laughing? Well, this black bitch is laughing because it's fucking funny. Why are you so sensitive? Why are you so politically correct? It's not so funny now. That is the double standard. Okay? So the bottom line is this. Okay, what about this political correctness? I don't know. Why should anybody have to sanction you or tell you to respect another human being? Okay? You can be the biggest racist bigot that you want, because you will be anyway. But you need to be that on your own time and in your own circles. But when you're dealing with other people, how about showing an inkling of fucking respect? But there's a difference between basic respect and just over the top, oversensitive, microaggression fucking bullshit. But you must keep in mind that if you expect black people and people of other races to take the stick out of their ass and not be so sensitive, then you, white person, need to learn to do the same. And let me tell you, that Hateful Eight, oh my God, was that scene funny where that white Confederate soldier was sucking that black guy's dick? Hey, what can I say? I am an uppity Negro and loving it.